Alright, so here we are continuing the playthrough of how to get better at Sekiro for those who, like me, are not super good at just doing the reactionary sword fighting. So, last time we had just killed Madame Butterfly. We've gained her memory, so that's increased the attack power. And now we are returning to Ashina Castle. We're actually going to go back to the dungeon entrance to go pick up a little item, just in case you're going for a specific playthrough. There's 2 times you can get this item. One is before you fight Genichiro, once is after, but you have to wait until you get a different special technique before you can get it. So, in the dungeon, there's a few things you can do. First thing. Yep, last time we did buy the prayer bead here. So here we go. We're going to go into the dungeon. There's some annoying enemies in here, just little zombies that like to come back to life. And crickets. And crickets jump into you and stagger you. Don't really do a lot of damage. Zombies do what they do in most games. Grab you and deal a ton of life, but move very slowly and have a decent amount of hyper armor. Here we go, he comes back. It's a little bit faster on the second time sometimes. There's the grab. Second time he's dead. There's 2 ways to deal with him. One is to do that. The other one is to light him on fire. Oop. Alright. Oh, there he is. That's a cricket hit. Just does a little bit. There's another one around me. I don't even bother trying to lock the camera. I just spin around, slashing the sword. It's a reasonably effective way to deal with them. Over here, we have a quest NPC.
What are you doing here? Of all places. Are you perhaps a shinobi?
That's right.
I thought as much. Might you be willing to take on a favor for me? I am Dojun. I've been tasked with the preparation of a medical treatment using the rejuvenating waters. I'll get to the point, my dear shinobi. This is a letter I received from the master. The particulars are contained within.
He just wants us to give us one tough man, preferably a samurai. Or a large soldier, such as a member of the Taro Troop. The Taro Troop is basically the ogre guys. They don't really touch in that many places.
My dear shinobi, the details are in the document I gave you. Considering the nature of the information, I think you'd agree that the less we know about each other, the better.
So, after talking with him, you can just go around here, dropping down here to get items. There is, of course, a bunch of crickets down here to mess with you. And the oil's there kind of to just give you hints that using fire on these guys is a way to deal with them. So, with fire... Ooh, I didn't actually hit him there, I don't think. Yeah. And dodging to the side is actually the way to get past most grapple attacks, since they're pretty much the only thing in the game that you can't block or counter. There's another one. I'll just walk by him. No real reason to fight him. Come grab this sculptor's idol. Rest real quick to reset the enemies. And keep on going. Then we have this nice area. If you didn't accidentally fall somewhere in the Hirata estate to tell you that water's fine, you now see an item and you now really know water's fine. Once again, like most areas, there's a way to sneak up on the guys. Ooh. Always go after the hats, because they're generally the harder ones. Spirit guys always do a thrust at you. But I want to line of sight that guy, which I failed to do. Oop. Mikiri counter. Almost always one-shots him. Very simple. Just remember to dodge into him. And you can block bullets. Then you can get these items up here. Very useful. And just come along. Further down the waterway. The things that are aggroing you are fish underwater. Not much you can do. That guy's gonna look up there. Ooh. Ooh. And that's why I don't like dealing with gun guys. Oop. They just throw off the rhythm, making it a little bit harder to deflect guys around them. And you can only deflect their bullets when you're facing them with your blade. You can't deflect them when they're behind you. And you just wait for this elevator. I'm just looking around for any items that I forget about. Don't think there's any. Smash pots because it's a compulsion. Got the nice disembodied voice. We see this when we come over here. Just a little warning. Lets you know that all the monks around the area are not friendly monks, so watch out.
I see you have decided to continue. We will pray for your safety. It is the least we can do.
And then this is an area that we will return to later. We can go grab this item while we're here and meet this other NPC.
They left me here. Where did everyone go? Why did you leave Kotaro behind? Now what do I do?
Why are you crying?
Everyone's gone. I'm all alone.
Who's everyone?
Everyone? Huh? Who? Spinning, spinning red and white flowers. Only one pure white flower. The pure white flower I cannot find.
What?
find the pure white flower.
So he's looking for a pure white flower. Obviously, it's a little quest that you do as you explore this zone. But this zone, you really want to do a little bit later after you fight Genichiro, because upon completion of it, my understanding is you can't actually complete it until you've done that. There was another NPC that I thought was right around here. I guess I am mistaken. So I'll just get the item later. For now that we have this one, we will travel back to Ashina Castle and start doing Ashina Castle proper and the Ashina Reservoir. Ashina Castle has several mini bosses which will help you get your next health boost from prayer beads. And there are a few tricky ones. Now, so the first one is right up here at this gate. It's one of the times that the game really tries to reinforce the you shouldn't fight everything head on.
Coming battle will determine the fate of all Ashina. We go now to risk our lives for Lord Ishii and the peoples of Ashina. We are Ashina. We are unbreakable. Yeah!
So you have your mini boss surrounded by 4 gunmen. As I said, gunmen like to shoot you almost immediately, and there's absolutely no way you can fight this boss with all 4. So the best thing to do is to combine 2 things. The first one is just doing a nice hit and run. Take out a couple of the gunmen, run away. Once you get back here through the gate, they basically forget about you and reset. After a little bit. Maybe you have to go further. So there, they've reset. Definitely an easier way of handling them rather than trying to just charge in, head on, kill them all, and then deal with the mini-boss. There's definitely a very simple reset right there. Go up here. Wait for him to walk back, doesn't really matter. We're just here to kill the gunman. So we kill the gunman real quick. Let the mini-boss do his thing. Do a quick reset once again. I do believe you need to break line of sight to actually get them to reset. But he gets tired relatively quickly of stalking us, so we can go right back to it. I like to go up top because every now and then they like to just turn around and disagree with the death blow. So once you're up here, jump down on him. Oop, don't do that. And you can get the death blow. We'll just pretend that I got it there. Oop. See, that's a grab. We want to stay aggressive so he doesn't rebuild his posture. We can start out with an axe attack, which deals a lot of posture damage, but it's risky. You can see there. We took some damage. Oop, forgot about that move. One of the reasons why it's good to start... I don't know why I dodged torsion. To start with the death blow is this fight would already be done, instead of having to do this portion. It's me jumping on him, even though I don't need to. We might get punished for using that axe. And remember, whatever you're gonna deflect, let him do that again. Whoop. Whoop. Just trying to create space. Do another axe, because why not? The important thing to remember is just because you deflect an attack, their attack it might not be over. Which is something that I did several times there. So that was overall pretty sloppy kill, but shows the importance of trying to get that early death blow in on the mini bosses, so you don't cut things that closely. And then, of course, once you rest, all the gunmen have respawned. But you really do want to go back up to deal with them, because there's a good item up here that I forgot about. And see, this is the difficulty of fighting with the gunmen. They do shoot you and stagger you almost immediately. But without the mini-boss, you can cut through them. And it's not that big a deal. In this chest we have a Divine Grass, which is a full heal. This is only after many, many hours. I kind of learned the paths a little bit, and a lot of it was trial and error, kind of seeing how the game was pushing me. As soon as I found that a lot of enemies could be killing blowed, I started looking for opportunities with all the mini-bosses. Oops. I'm gonna reset here because that Nightjar Ninja is a pain in the butt. So the guy throwing shurikens are called Nightjar Ninjas, and they patrol those rooftops, and they're not fun to deal with. There's a much better path. Coming around here, taking this. You saw me anyway. So, here, let's see. I'm trying to avoid doing it the way I normally do it, which is to just completely ignore that area. Okay. So, see, they just like to sit there throwing shurikens a lot. See, but for some reason he decided to stop looking for me. And now I'm behind him. Enemy AI on this game is kind of wonky when they lose line of sight of you. And down here there's another bamboo hat guy. We'll just death blow him from above. Easiest way to deal with him. And then that guy's looking over there. Let's just go kill him. Simple enough. Oop. Oop. That's what I want. I don't want to deal with the dog. Get the little guy further away from the hat guy because of that. And just the important thing to remember in combat, like I said, whenever you see the deflect, get prepared for the counterattack. And this is one of the times where you really wonder about how aggro works in this game. I kill 3 guys and a dog over there, And these gunmen who normally have the best eyesight in the game will see you from across the map, doesn't even notice that. So now, we'll just kill him. Then we can come over here, grab Fistful of Ash. Fistful of Ash are semi-useful items in the game. You can throw them at enemies and they stagger a little bit, but it's just not super necessary and there are better tools. So the entire reason we want to clear this area is there's an NPC who gives us a little mini quest to go clear out this area anyway. So there are a few things going on there that I didn't really talk about while I was doing them. That spearman went straight into a thrust attack, which can always be countered with a Makiri counter, which is just dashing into the enemies. It's actually pretty generous in the timing for the deflect, and it deals insane posture damage and will basically break any minor enemy, so I could use that to chain instant kill the spearmen, which are the most annoying threats. So this guy gives us a little quest to clear out the area, but we've already done that.
You're not one of the samurai of this castle, are you, friend? You look like a shinobi. A skilled one.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, you sure got me out of the pot. You see, some unfortunate things happened. And they were after me day and night. I was at the end of my rope. But boy, did you show them. Here, take this with my thanks.
So this just teaches us about the night jars, which is that there's smoke signals, which is supposed to lead us to the boss. This is how you would find out where to go in your first playthrough.
See, ideal in information. It's how I make my living. Yeah, you still need some. Sorry, but I don't do business in dangerous places like this. He who fights and runs away, you know. Maybe we'll cross paths again someday.
So after you do that for that guy, he gives you the memo. So if you're stuck wandering around, don't really know where to go, that's the way the game will point you in the right direction. And then with that memo, you have a good idea of where to go. So we start following the pink smoke, which is up there. I have to look for the grapple points. So we're going to follow the pink smoke, and there's the next one. And this nightjar has found us. And I do not like them at all. They're relatively fragile. They just like to jump around a lot, so... And everybody knows in Souls games, the enemies that jump around are the most annoying. And then we just look for the grapple point. Pick the grapple point. Oh, man. There's the grapple. Then we need the next one, which is up there, which has a nightjar, which we'll just hide back here so that we line of sight the other ones. That guy seems to not see us already, which is weird. We can just R1 spam him until he posture breaks. We're gonna block right now because those are annoying and they don't stop. And then we're going to jump over. Whenever you hit an enemy that's jumping through the air, you deal an insane amount of posture damage. And like I said, these guys are really annoying if you don't get on top of them right away. You can deflect that to get through their posture very quickly, but it's not good. So this next part, since it's kind of annoying, I like to just run through, jump over that guy. He slams in the wall, lights his shirt, his kunai on, kama on fire. That guy calls another one, and there's the save point right up here. And there are some decent items out there, but that whole section is just kind of a hassle, so it's easier to just run around the building jump right through this, rest to reset aggro, and if you want to do a little bit of exploration out there, you can. More importantly, this chest that we ran by, we open up to get another ever important gourd seed for Emma. Give her more seed. And then if you want to like come out and do some exploration, because you got the sculptor's idol and you're feeling safe now, this guy is a little kamikaze shinobi, or nightjar. When he sees you, he lights something on fire and goes and charges at you. Oh, then that's that guy coming from there. Bait him into this corner, makes him a lot easier to deal with. And we can go get this item. And then you see there's 2 Nightjar Ninja up there. There's another one. There's quite a few. It's just generally not a very fun portion of the playthrough, in my opinion. So I almost always run by it in all my other runs. There's just so many Nightjar Ninja on these rooftops. And then there's another one right there who was waiting for us to come around the corner. Go ahead. Give him a backstab death blow. Makes it easier to keep exploring. You can hear the guy coming around to investigate. And there's another item right up there that I'm going to grab. So he's run over there. Grab the Sungo sugar. Then basically just go back to where I was. Oop, he's looking this direction, but it's okay. Completely whiffs. So that's a little easier way to explore the rooftops. Since all the enemies are facing the other direction for you, you just come from the direction behind them. Explore, get some experience, get to see what it's like.